Imagine waking up each morning knowing that while you slept, your wealth quietly grew. Just smart investments doing the work for you. This isn't fantasy, it's the daily reality of the ultra-wealthy. But the truth is, billionaires don't just invest differently, they think differently. While most people hustle for income, billionaires build systems that generate wealth on autopilot. In this video, we're going behind the curtain, exposing the real strategies used by the richest people on Earth. These aren't theories. These are real moves from real billionaires who mastered the game. Forget the cliches. This isn't about buying flashy cars or timing the stock market. We're talking about how billionaires truly build and protect their wealth. Through ownership, leverage, and long-term vision, billionaires make money in ways most people never even consider. We'll uncover how Warren Buffett turned patience into billions, how Jeff Bezos reinvested Amazon's early profits into a trillion-dollar empire, and how secretive family offices quietly control vast fortunes. You'll also learn how billionaires minimize taxes legally, use debt as a tool, and get access to investment opportunities the average investor never sees. It's time to unpack the real financial playbook of the ultra-rich. The foundation of billionaire wealth is simple: ownership. They don't chase salaries, they own equity. Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, didn't become one of the world's richest men by day trading. He became a billionaire by buying great businesses and holding on to them for decades. One of Buffett's most famous plays was his investment in Coca-Cola. In 1988, he bought about $1 billion worth of stock. People thought it was a boring, outdated company, but Buffett knew what most didn't. Coca-Cola had global brand recognition and pricing power. Today, that stake pays Berkshire Hathaway over $600 million per year in dividends alone. That's the magic of owning cash, generating businesses money keeps flowing in, whether you're working or not. And this strategy isn't just for finance wizards. Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, started with just $5,000 and no business experience. But because she retained 100% ownership for years, when she finally sold a portion of the company, it made her a billionaire. She didn't just sell a product, she owned the system that produced it. That's the billionaire mindset. Own the asset, not just the income. Next up, reinvestment. Billionaires are obsessed with compounding, and Jeff Bezos is the poster child. When Amazon was still a bookstore in the 1990s, Bezos made a radical decision: don't show profits. For over 2 decades, Amazon reinvested nearly every dollar back into the business, into logistics, warehouses, technology, and new markets. Wall Street hated it. They wanted profits now. But Bezos had a longer view. He said, "We're willing to be misunderstood for long periods of time." That reinvestment built Amazon Web Services, the logistics network, and the e-commerce dominance we see today. That's how Amazon became a $1.5 trillion company. Bezos didn't just make money, he created a self-sustaining machine. Billionaires understand this. When you reinvest early, you create exponential returns later. Let's talk real estate. Not the kind where you flip homes on weekends, we're talking billion-dollar asset plays. Sam Zell, known as the Grave Dancer, made his fortune by buying distressed commercial real estate when no one else would touch it. In the early 1990s, during a massive property crash, Zell swooped in and bought up office buildings and shopping centers at pennies on the dollar. He had a simple rule: buy when there's blood in the streets. In 2007, Zell sold his real estate empire for $39 billion, just months before the financial crash. He walked away, while others went bankrupt. The lesson? Billionaires don't follow the crowd, they bet on cycles. They don't just buy property, they buy timing, location, and income streams. Even celebrities are catching on. Take Shaquille O'Neal. After retirement, he didn't splurge, he invested. He owns over 155 guys' locations, dozens of gyms, and several car washes. His reasoning? I don't like to spend, I like to invest. Shaq may be a superstar, but his mindset is pure billionaire. When most people hear about a company, it's already public. Too late. Billionaires? They get in before the hype. Peter Thiel was Facebook's first investor. cutting a $500,000 check when it was still a college project. Years later, that investment turned into over $1 billion. This is the billionaire edge, access. Through private equity, venture capital, and networks, they buy stakes in startups, tech, and innovation before the public ever gets a whiff. You won't find these opportunities on Robinhood or your bank app. These deals happen in quiet rooms, over private dinners, or in exclusive pitch meetings. But it's not just Silicon Valley. Kylie Jenner, for instance, sold 51% of her beauty brand to Coty for $600 million, and who bought that? Private equity firms. Behind every overnight success, there's often a billionaire or investment group pulling strings and betting big. Here's something most people have never heard of. Family offices. These are private wealth management firms created solely for one family's fortune. They handle investing, tax planning, estate management, philanthropy, everything. The Walton family, heirs to Walmart, use theirs to manage over $200 billion in assets. Why does this matter? Because family offices give billionaires more control, more customization, and more privacy than any bank or investment advisor could. They don't just invest, they build financial ecosystems. And increasingly, these offices invest in things like climate tech, AI, and even political influence. Imagine having your own private hedge fund. That's what a family office is. And it's one of the biggest secrets behind generational wealth. When billionaires donate, it's rarely just charity, it's often strategy. Take Bill Gates. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, he's donated over $50 billion to global causes. But there's another layer. He's also moved billions in Microsoft stock into the foundation, avoiding capital gains tax and receiving tax deductions. This isn't just generosity, it's tax-smart giving. Many billionaires use donor-advised funds, DAFS, charitable remainder trusts and foundations, to both give back and minimize tax exposure. The result? They shape the world and keep more of their wealth. It's a win-win, and another play from the Billionaire Handbook. While most investors focus on stocks and real estate, billionaires go deeper. They diversify into alternative assets, things like art, rare wine, classic cars, even entire sports teams. Why? Because these assets aren't correlated with the stock market and often appreciate over time. Steve Cohen, the hedge fund mogul, owns over $1 billion in artwork. These paintings aren't just decor, they're appreciating assets, often exempt from capital gains until sold. Jay-Z invests in rare cognac and fine art. Elon Musk at one point was buying mansions, then selling them all to reinvest into SpaceX and Tesla. Alternative assets also carry status and scarcity, two things billionaires love. The rarer it is, the more valuable it becomes. The rich don't keep their money in one place. They spread their investments across the globe. Why? To hedge against political risk, currency devaluation, and economic instability. Many billionaires have second or third passports, not just for travel, but for freedom. Peter Thiel famously obtained citizenship in New Zealand, citing it as a backup plan. Wealthy Chinese investors are moving money to Singapore and Dubai. Latin American billionaires hold real estate in Miami and Switzerland. The ultra-wealthy think globally because they know security doesn't come from borders, it comes from diversification. So what's the real secret to how billionaires invest? It's not about chasing quick profits or risky trades. It's about long-term vision, ownership, control, and access. They don't work for money, money works for them. They reinvest, they diversify, they leverage. They operate on a playing field that most people don't even know exists. But here's the truth. While you may not have billions, you can apply the same mindset. Focus on buying assets, not just earning income. Think decades, not days. And remember, the goal isn't just to make money. It's to build systems that generate wealth without you.